Last time, we watched a world suffocate in seconds, stripped of oxygen. The terror was immediate, the consequences swift and absolute. But what if the end of humanity didn't come in a single, catastrophic moment? What if it crept in quietly, almost unnoticed, unraveling us from the inside out? Today, we face a slower apocalypse, a world where humanity simply stops sleeping. No one drifts off. No one dreams. The world keeps turning, but the people within it are trapped in a waking nightmare. Imagine, the need is gone, the ability lost, the comfort of sleep, the escape of dreams, all erased in a single inexplicable moment. People lie in bed, eyes wide open, minds racing, bodies aching for rest that never comes. Night brings no rest, just endless wakefulness. The world glows with artificial light, as every home, every building, remains lit through the endless night. The silence is heavy, broken only by the restless movements of those who can't find peace. This isn't a story of boundless productivity. There are no new inventions, no sudden bursts of creativity. Instead, exhaustion seeps into every corner of life, draining color and meaning from even the simplest tasks. It's a descent into biological and societal collapse, one sleepless hour at a time. As the days blur together, bodies and minds begin to fail. The world's energy is sapped, and hope fades with every passing moment. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a non-negotiable anchor for our minds and bodies. Without it, our thoughts unravel, our emotions fray, and our health deteriorates rapidly. Without it, we drift into cognitive and physical decay, with no hope of rescue. The young and old alike are caught in the same relentless tide, unable to escape the consequences of sleeplessness. We'll trace the timeline of this unraveling, how individual breakdowns multiply, crippling families, cities, and civilization itself. Relationships strain, tempers flare, and the bonds that hold society together begin to snap. Unlike the chaos of losing oxygen, sleep deprivation is a slow, invisible poison. It seeps into every aspect of life, eroding our ability to think, to feel, to connect. Each hour awake brings us closer to disaster, but the horror is in its gradual, insidious nature. The world doesn't end with a bang, but with a slow, collective unraveling. Prepare to witness a world that forgets how to rest, and, in doing so, forgets how to live. The cost of sleeplessness is more than fatigue. It's the loss of what makes us human. This is what happens when humanity never sleeps. Let's begin. The first day without sleep feels almost exhilarating. There's a strange thrill in pushing past the usual limits, as if we've discovered a secret reservoir of time. The city pulses with possibility, and every moment feels stretched, full of potential. The world buzzes with energy. Lights on, streets alive, people finishing projects and connecting across time zones. Cafes brim with chatter, and offices never close. It's as if the entire planet has decided to stay awake together, united by a shared sense of urgency and ambition. For a moment, it seems like a gift. More hours, more life. Friends gather late into the night, laughter echoing through empty streets. There's a sense of freedom, of breaking the rules that once governed our days and nights. But by the 20th hour, the cracks appear. The city's energy starts to feel forced, and the smiles begin to fade. Focus fades, tempers flare, and patience wears thin. Conversations turn sharp, and mistakes multiply. Even simple tasks become exhausting. The mind drifts, and the body aches for rest that never comes. Our brains, deprived of rest, start to malfunction. Judgment slips, reaction times slow, and memory falters. The world feels slightly out of sync, as if reality itself is blurring at the edges. By 24 hours, we're as impaired as drunk drivers, clumsy, forgetful, and dangerously unfocused. The simplest decisions become daunting, and every step feels uncertain. The body's repair processes have halted, muscles ache and the immune system weakens, leaving us vulnerable. Stress hormones surge, straining hearts and minds. Anxiety creeps in, and the weight of exhaustion grows heavier. The initial excitement evaporates, replaced by a deep, unshakable weariness. The world feels lonelier, and hope begins to fade. People stare into the artificial glow, exhausted but unable to sleep. The night stretches on, relentless, and unending. This is only day one, and already the world is unraveling. The party is over. The hangover has begun. The cost of wakefulness is becoming painfully clear. And there's no end in sight. The descent continues deeper into a sleepless world that's quickly losing its way. 2 days in, the mind begins to fracture. The brain, desperate for rest, starts to dream while awake. Hallucinations flicker at the edges of reality. Micro-sleeps take over, seconds of unconsciousness, leaving people disoriented and afraid. Emotions spiral out of control. Paranoia blooms. Friends become threats. Homes become fortresses. Social bonds dissolve under the acid of irrational fear. Physical coordination collapses. Tremors, spasms, and accidents multiply. Simple tasks, writing, walking, become impossible. The world is now a landscape of stumbling, shaking bodies and fractured minds. By 72 hours, reality and illusion blur. Conversations break down. People respond to voices only they can hear. Society fragments into isolated, terrified individuals. The collective mind of humanity shatters. We are lost in a waking nightmare. The mirror of the mind is broken, and the cracks are spreading. After a week without sleep, the body begins to fail. What starts as simple exhaustion quickly spirals into a full-body crisis, as every system struggles to function without rest. The immune system collapses, colds become deadly, infections rage unchecked. Even the smallest cut or cough can turn into a life-threatening emergency, as the body loses its ability to fight back. The heart, overworked and stressed, falters. Arrhythmias and strokes surge, blood pressure swings wildly, and the risk of sudden cardiac arrest grows with every sleepless hour. Organs like the liver and kidneys can't clear toxins. The body poisons itself from within. Waste builds up in the blood, causing confusion, pain, and organ shutdown. Skin turns jaundiced. Temperature regulation fails, and wild swings between fever and chills set in. The body's thermostat is broken, leaving people vulnerable to the slightest change in environment. Hormones spiral out of control. Blood sugar crashes, leaving people weak and lethargic. Muscles waste away, and even standing up becomes a monumental task. Every movement is a struggle. The simplest actions, walking, eating, even breathing, demand more energy than the body can give. Hospitals are useless. Doctors and nurses are as broken as their patients. The healers, too, are victims of the same relentless exhaustion, unable to offer help or hope. The world becomes a global infirmary with no healers. Streets, homes, and public spaces turn into places of suffering, as care becomes impossible to find. People die at home, in the streets, everywhere. There is no safe place, no sanctuary from the slow collapse, not from one plague, but from 1,000 small failures. The body, denied its nightly repair, unravels in countless ways, each one a quiet defeat. The body, denied its nightly repair, simply gives up. There is no dramatic end, just a gradual fading, a surrender to the weight of exhaustion. The silent surrender is complete. Life ebbs away, quietly, as the world slips into a hush that no one can wake from. 1 month in, society collapses, not from violence, but from universal incompetence. Power grids fail, cities go dark, no one is left to fix them. Food supply chains break, farms are abandoned, trucks crash, store shelves empty, communication dies, no internet, no news, just silence. Communities become isolated islands of suffering, law and order vanish, governments dissolve, leaders lost to delusion or death. Police and military are powerless, survival is all that remains. The world is ruled by fear and desperation. Civilization, built over millennia, is undone in weeks. The great human experiment ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper, all because we lost the ability to sleep. The unraveling is total, only chaos remains. Beyond a month, the end is inevitable. The body consumes itself to stay awake. The brain suffers irreversible damage. Toxic proteins build up, neurons die, and the brain literally shrinks. Death comes in many forms: stroke, organ failure, infection. But the cause is always the same: the absence of sleep. Billions die quietly, alone, unremembered. The last human falls, their body ravaged by relentless wakefulness. The lights of consciousness flicker out. Cities stand as empty monuments to a species that achieved so much, but was undone by a simple biological law. The collapse is not sudden, but a long, fading whisper. The experiment is over. The human race is extinct. The world falls silent. Sleep, denied, has claimed everything. Unlike sudden apocalypses, oxygen gone, gravity lost, this is a slow personal disaster. Sleep deprivation is an invisible killer, working from the inside out. There's no explosion, no visible wound, just a gradual, relentless decay. The enemy is not outside, but within. Some succumb quickly, others linger, but all face the same lonely fate. This is an apocalypse without unity, a staggered collapse, each person isolated in their own deteriorating reality. The lesson is clear. Survival isn't just about external threats, but about maintaining our internal balance. Sleep is the most fundamental rule of life. Ignore it, and the process of self-destruction begins. The horror is not in the spectacle, but in the slow, solitary unraveling. The end is not shared, but deeply, inescapably personal. This is the true terror of a world without sleep. This nightmare is fiction, but the science is real. Every animal sleeps. It's a universal law of life. Sleep isn't a flaw or a luxury. It's a requirement, honed by evolution. Our experiment shows, without sleep, life collapses. We can't outsmart biology. Sleep is the foundation of memory, creativity, health, and survival. Deny it, and everything falls apart. Think of sleep as the operating system for body and mind. Without a reboot, the system crashes. The next time you feel drowsy, don't fight it. Welcome sleep as the most powerful force for life and sanity. In a world obsessed with productivity, remember, sleep is the ultimate performance enhancer. To live, to think, to survive, we must surrender to the night. We must sleep. We've seen how losing a simple biological process can end the world. Sleep, taken for granted, is the pillar holding up civilization. Its absence reveals our fragility and our dependence on nature's rhythms. Next time, we'll ask an even bigger question. What if we could reverse time itself? What would happen if the arrow of time pointed backward? Join us as we explore paradoxes, shattered physics, and the existential vertigo of a world unwinding. Until then, stay curious and get some sleep. Good night.
You've seen what could happen. But this was only the beginning. Next episode. What if gravity